So hi guys, I would like to welcome you all to the Numerigens Tara NG, and I will be your guide and your host during our series of episodes. And this being our episode 1, we would be covering the very basics of the simulation itself, because without the basics we would not be able to proceed further. So in this tutorial we would be covering the very basics of the simulation. So before jumping straight into the simulation itself, I would like to address to you all that we would be actually dividing this whole tutorial into three phases. The first phase we would be covering that what is a simulation itself, and in the second phase we would be covering how do we perform a simulation in Tara NG as an essential part. And after that, in the last phase we would be covering that what we have concluded so far. So in the first phase, what is a simulation? Because in order to know about any simulation software and any simulation thing, you need to know what is a simulation by itself. So simulation by definition is not very hard to grasp. In fact, if you think carefully, it is nothing but a series of operation which we perform, or which any entity performs in a chronological fashion. And in a nutshell, this is actually providing us with a or facilitating us with an outcome, and this outcome is actually imitating a real life scenario. Otherwise there is no point in simulation by itself, and of course this is the case. So but before going further into simulation, let's take a look that what is an operation by itself. Actually, operation is nothing but comprises of series of parts, and which actually performs a series of functions. Um Let us take an example of a tea. If you are making a tea, and there is a steps involved in making a tea, like you have to have a pan, you have to have the flames, or the energy to boil up the content, and to make a tea. And you have to have contents like water, like milk, and so on and so forth. You have to have sugar, you have to have tea. So these teapot, the energy that you use to actually make the tea, the water, the milk, the sugar, and the tea itself, is the parts that you have to have in order to make an operation functional. Without the parts, the operation cannot be done in a thin air, obviously. So in the simulation, when we'll jump to the simulation itself, I would like to address the parts itself first before going into the function of the parts itself. So from here we will go to the simulation part or the simulation software itself. So here we are guys, in the simulation by itself, and I would like to address the parts before actually going deep into the experiment. So here we have the magnet itself. This magnet has the south pole on the left and the north pole on the right, and in here is the button to flip the magnet in the opposite direction. So this is a functional button which is meant to move the magnet in the opposite direction. And here we have the voltage meter with two ends connected to a bulb, and this bulb is the entity or the asset in our experiment. So this is also a part, the voltage meter is also an part, the magnet is also an part, and here comes the last part of our simulation, which is the coil, which has four rounds in it. Both ends are connected to the bulb, and the bulb itself is connected to the voltage meter. So here we have one being the magnet, two being the voltage meter, three being the bulb, and the fourth being the copper coil. So here we have four parts, and from which we want to make an observation through this simulation. So what I will do first in this simulation is I will grab this magnet with the south pole on the left hand side, and what we will do is we will actually observe the gauge on the voltage meter, positive being on the right side and negative being on the left. When I will actually drive out this magnet into the ring, you must be careful about what is the direction of the needle when I actually push the magnet into the rings. Okay, I am just about to perform the function or the activity. So you have observed that whenever I am actually getting close to the rings, the south side or the south face of the magnet is actually rotating the needle into the positive direction, positive voltage, and whenever I am within the rings itself, it is not showing any voltage. There is no potential in the current or the wire, so that the voltage meter can show any current in the wire itself. But when I am actually engaging the magnet and going or exiting the coil by itself, it is actually showing me the negative current. I will be actually experimenting this again. I'm taking the magnet, I'm going in the further into the ring. You would have observed that the glowing is in two phases. When the south side enters the ring, the bulb glows. When the magnet is between the rings, it is not showing any current passing through the wires. But when I am exiting with the north pole on the end of the right hand side, the bulb glows, but the voltage is on the negative side. So it is actually telling me that whenever these field lines, if I tick on the field lines, these south poles, whenever they interact with the rings, and when the north pole when interact with the rings at the end, it is actually generating a current by itself. So it is actually telling me that south phase whenever it enters is actually creating a potential between difference in the potential between the wires, which is like actually generating or exciting the electrons to go into a certain direction, which is actually making the bulb glow. But when I am in the ring, it is not actually generating anything, because the north pole is on the right side and the south pole on the left side. So it is actually balancing out the current. But when I am exiting the ring, I am actually in the phase where north pole is actually looks like it is actually entering. It is actually entering. Right now you can see. So it is like in a vice versa scenario, you can say. But we can perform one more thing. We can flip the magnet when the north side is on the left. So watch carefully. When north side enters first, the current goes into the negative phase, and the south side when enters into the ring, it goes into the negative phase. So this is the experiment we have performed with the rings and these copper rings, this bulb and the voltage meter. The voltage meter being our gauge of the simulation, because without any gauge, without any measurement, we would not be able to actually calculate or actually see what is going on. And this bulb being the second part of the experiment, it is actually giving us the visual clue of what we are getting from the simulation, and these rings are the asset or the part of a experiment which is actually telling us the how the current moves whenever there is a magnet moving within the rings in an axial manner. So that's all for this tutorial or this episode for you guys. We will meet on the next episode. Thanks.